Hi everyone. This is a really rough example of a sample video that you might want to create for your demo. I've chosen a topic, so I'm going to do arrays in C#. And what I was just hoping was to show you kind of what we're looking for. So you want to include a PowerPoint with some bullets so we can hear you walk through that type of presentation, as well as how you do as far as coding and talking at the same time. Okay, so again, this is really rough, but I'm hoping this helps people to understand a little bit better about what we're looking for in the demo. So get your energy up and get ready to go. Welcome to this lesson on arrays in C#. Arrays are a data structure. They're used to store a list of data. When using arrays, all the data must be of the same data type. For example, they must all be integers, they must all be strings, they must all be characters. Every array is assigned a unique variable name. And also, when creating an array, you must assign a size when you create it. This is true in C# as well as other programming languages such as Java. In order to understand this a little bit better, I'd like to go through an example. Let's think about a trip to the grocery store. Prior to going to the store, you might have a list that you've written down of all the items that you need. When you get to the store, once you find each item, you probably cross that item off your list. You know you're done when all the items are crossed off your list. All right, let's switch over to the IDE. I'm going to use the Visual Studio Community Edition. And let's take a look at how I could create a list of grocery items. Okay, this is a sample program that I created, and because I chose to create a sample console program, it automatically gave me line 9 that says console.writeline.hello world, or writeline, sorry, parentheses, double quotes, hello world. Well, I don't want that. What I want to do is change that so that I can ask the user to enter in the grocery items. And what I'm going to do is create a list that is stored in an array. So let's start there. My array data type is going to be string because the items I'm going to buy at the store, I'm going to identify them by their name. So an array starts with a data type and then it's followed by an open and close square bracket. Then I have to give it a name. I'm going to keep it very simple. I'm just going to call it list. And I want to say that I want to create a new list. So I'm going to say string bracket bracket list equals a new string array, and I have to give it a size. And I'm going to keep it small just for this example. So I'm going to say there's going to be 5 items that I'm going to buy at the grocery store. Now I'm going to ask the user to tell me what those 5 items are. So I'm going to use a small for loop. So I'm going to do for int I equals 0. Remember that arrays, the subscript or the position of the first element in the array is always position 0. So if I have 5 items, the first one's in position 0, the last one will be in position 4. So always remember that it starts at 0 and ends at 1 less than the length. Okay, my loop is going to continue as long as I is less than list.length. That allows me to loop through 5 times, and I'm just going to do I++. Now the other nice thing is I can use the variable I now as my value to indicate what element in the array I am referring to. So let's go ahead and tell the user, I'm going to do console.writeline. Whoops. Okay, let me try that again. .writeline. And I'm going to tell the user to enter their item. All right, now once the user enters it and hits the enter key, I want to read that in. And I want to read it into my array called list at position I. So bracket, I, bracket. And I'm going to say that's equal to console.in.readline. And finally, I do want to make sure that it did get added to my list. So rather than print it out later, I'm just going to go ahead and print it back out again, kind of echo it so that you'll see that it did actually add this to my list. So I'm going to do another console dot, whoops, got to spell it right, console.writeline. And this time I'm going to print out the list array at position I. Okay, oops, and it looks like I have a typo here. Right line has to be a capital W. There we go. All right, now I have my program. I'm going to go ahead and run it. And I'm going to enter in my items. So let's say I do milk and eggs and cheese and hot dogs and rolls. And you can see every item is being echoed back. Okay, this was an example of how to use an array let me try that again. As you can see, this is an example of how to create an array called list of type string to hold my grocery list. All right, as I said, this was rough, but that's okay. We're not looking for a perfect video. We will go ahead and do all the post editing. We'll take out any ums and ers, and we'll also take out any time that maybe you had to say rephrase if you wanted to do it again. So for this demo video, it can be rough, and this is fine. So we want to keep it from 3 to 5 minutes. Mine is a little bit longer because I'm adding some explanation before and after the video, but that's what we're looking for. You want to state, what are you going to teach them? Why are you going to teach them it? Go ahead and teach the item to the members, and then just do a quick recap at the end. All right, if you have any questions, make sure you let me know.